Hello, everybody, and welcome to the JD Talk Show. This is episode 10, 10 episodes in. And what better way than to change up the angle of the camera just a little bit? Just a little bit. I noticed that I was getting, sometimes when you see something like on recording, it looks a little, what do you call it? Just a little fudged a little bit. But first off, thank you so much for tuning in. The first 10 episodes has been spectacular. And I tell you what, if this has helped you in some way, shape, or form, in all honesty, you guys are my oxygen, my breath of life. The reason why I like to do this, because I know that there's someone out there that could use a little bit of help, even if it's just a little nudge in the right direction. So, with that being said, let's dive right into the show. Also, you got the pup right here. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Again, for those that don't know, my name is Julian Devine. Folks call me JD or Coach JD. I'm in the fitness industry, and um, I do everything from boxing coaching, strength and conditioning, one-on-one personal training, online digital coaching through even my own platform, and also the virtual reality space. If you're familiar with MetaQuest, which is the Oculus headset, it's pretty cool, pretty cool. So as we dive into this today's episode, the theme, the premise, the idea that we're trying to push is the ability to keep going. Mm. How many times have you heard just, "Ah, suck it up. Come on, you got this." Or just keep going. Or just you've used in some way, shape, or form, um, an opportunity to motivate you a little bit more to get something done, to see something through to the finish. And that's why I want to talk about that today, because it's so important to remind ourselves that you have to keep going, because what's right around the corner is the best thing in your life, could be the best thing in your life, or the next step in your life that propels you, um, in a job, in life, in a relationship. I like to think just why I did this show in the first place, and that was to, not only motivate you, but to motivate myself and give myself a reminder, or almost like some level of accountability, that I need to stay on the track. I need to stay on the path. And I do that because I actually get very easily distracted by everything. So, um, hey, it happens. So, maybe you yourself are in a taxing or character building situation where you have to find a way to see it through to the end. So let's give a little example, a little story. And I'll use myself as an example, because the more and more that I'm doing this, I'm starting to, um, gather, form a team, you might say. No, not the Avengers. I'm not that cool yet, but definitely, I'm starting to bring in people that inspire me, that will be able to help elevate the conversation even more by sharing their stories. And I think you would resonate with that as well. I know you're nodding your head, yes. So listen, here we are, and I wanted to share with you my boxing story. Now, I've only fought once, and it was everything I needed and more. The coolest part about boxing is you don't, like, I can officially label myself as an amateur fighter. I stepped into the ring, I did something that most people would never even dream of doing, and I fought, I won. It was awesome. And I saw it through to the end. Now, this in itself was a 10-month journey. So, just to put things in perspective, I was working a full-time job on top of that. I was teaching classes, so I was very physical. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of the day, I had to find the energy, the strength to dedicate to 1 to 2, maybe even 3 hours of training Monday through Friday. So you're looking at, like, keep in mind, I didn't have this beautiful little bean right here to begin with. Actually, no, 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 that's a lie. I did. Missy was in my life. My wife now is in my life. And excuse me. And my story was with boxing was very like by the book. I was so once I had my eyes set on it, I was like, I'm going to do it this way and it's going to be done the right way. Because when I want to talk to someone that's been in the fight world, I want to be able to relate to them, but also understand where they're coming from. Even if they have years and years of experience on me, I at least want to understand um, what some of that mentality is like, and that's why I did that. And even with people that are non-boxers, how can I help them understand that life a little bit more? So I feel like I've been blessed with the opportunity to speak for both sides, and again, it's boxing is very rewarding. You'll find that you'll just find that it can provide just a lot of life to you. It gives you the confidence that you need so that you may never have to fight. And that's why I also coach this to this day. So 10-month journey. I tell my coaches, John Guzman, Joselito, and Charlie Guzman, they're over at Gleason's Gym in Dumbo, Brooklyn. By far, some of the best boxing coaches that I've ever had the pleasure of working with. Their knowledge of boxing and how to translate it to others is insane. Folks, I tell you, not many people can do like, some people can sure, you wanna kick my butt? There's no doubt in my mind that there are trainers out there that'll just be like, "Yeah, I could kick your butt," and then I'll never come back because that was it. That's all it was, a great butt kicking. But when there is value behind it, when there is an opportunity to be to grow, to learn and do more, you man, I just kept going. Monday through Friday. It was almost just like it became my second home, and it was so good. So, I'm getting into this mentality of, like, I'm gonna do everything I can to just take and tear this guy apart. It's a little more rated M for mature in terms of how I was thinking. Actually, no, it was rated M for mature because when you are getting into that mindset, you are going it's just, the saying, "You see red." Man, it's something about it when it was the night of the fight, everything that was red was just it was vibrating. It was just so bright, the red, and it was I actually will never forget that. So going back to this story and also the theme of the show, which is keep going. I was stuck in a place where I was changing my jobs, I was moving homes, and because of the job change, it was the financial security that was also hurt, making me worry. Now, keep in mind, everything worked out, but at the same time, because of all these things that were stacking up, and on top of that, I had a fight happening right around the corner. In all honesty, like, I was starting to see myself and others doubt my ability to succeed with this fight. And although nobody really like came up to me during that time, you could see it in people's faces. It was almost just like, "Oh man, I'm worried about that guy." And hey, listen, like, things happen in life. There's going to be a death in the family. Actually, yeah, there was a death in the family too around that time. And there will be so many, we'll call them character building moments that will almost just like try to derail what you are trying to accomplish, and understand that that is that's the golden ticket right there. It's you have to find a way to keep going through all of this, changing a job, moving, death in the family, money problems. Like, folks, I have no problem saying all this because I've found a way to come out on top. All right, no millionaire yet, but I found a way to come out on top where I proved everyone wrong. Anyone that had doubted me, I know exactly who they are. Like, I proved them wrong. And I also proved to myself that works. I almost swore, this works. Okay. So I found a way to keep going because I told myself that there is no one else that's going to get this done other than me. Now, how can that relate back to you? Okay. maybe your situation is a bit different. You're maybe not fighting. Okay. Maybe you have some deadlines you need to hit. Maybe you're actually, there's a lot of layoffs going off in New York and even around the country right now too, where almost like the security of everyone is a little rattled. So what do? You keep going. Have faith that all the work that you are putting in, that you have put into yourself, will always pay off. It will always show up for you. Again, let me repeat that again, just in a different way. Your work that you invested in yourself will always show up to have your back. So all of the hard work, everything that you've ever done. Sorry, Missy. She's too funny. I can't even with her. It's hilarious. Again, all the hard work that you are putting in and have put in will always show up to represent you. So maybe you don't feel like you're being represented very well by the people that are supposed to have your back. Well, guess what? You got the hard work that you've put in, and you have to continue to move forward regardless of what anybody may say, period. Okay. Now, simple, easy story, okay? And I have many more like that, but I feel like with keep going, even okay, let's elaborate just for one more minute and then I'll dive into one more topic. During my fight, I got clipped in the back of my head or like the side of my head, and it made the right side of my face go numb. So like not only go numb, but it all blacked out. So everything on this side went in my vision went dark for like a split second. And in my head, I knew I have to keep going. I have to keep going. Don't let this guy know that you've been rattled or that you are like kind of freaking out a little bit. So I looked at him, I smiled at him, and I shook my head. And I was like, no, you didn't. Let's go. Come on. And that paid off. That little move right there of taking an action that just happened to me and providing the most powerful reaction. Yeah, every action has a reaction. I like that. I like that. That's a good one. So, listen, we in this show, myself, have been diving into the world of discipline and what it can do for ourselves, myself, and you too. So, this person is by the name of Steve Harvey. Now, I don't have everything written down. In fact, I just wrote his name down. But what I can tell you is that this guy is a beast of a worker. And if you want some inspiration, if you want to see the epitome of time well invested, of hard work, of never letting up on the gas. Don't get me wrong, he gives time for himself too. I made sure to check about that. But this guy has nearly 16-hour days, Monday through Friday. He's got his talk show in the morning, he works out. He Steve is just and then he does I think 3 or 4 shows in a day. We're talking 3 or 4 shows, separate shows from each other. This guy is truly Steve Harvey is truly an inspiration to me, and if you've never really come across his story, he talks about just his struggle with trying to make it, trying to find his way, and it's just truly a beautiful, beautiful, uh, I mean, it's crazy to think that we all live and thrive off of others' struggles, which is, why I guess I even did this in the first place, but his struggle is quite a road to study, to look at. So, with that being said, remember, keep going because you never know what's literally waiting for you at the end of this. See it through to the end. Now, for this show, I just want to say for episode 10, thank you again for supporting. Be sure to like, save, and subscribe. Catch the live every Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name is JD. Thank you for talking and listening to me. I'll catch you on the flippy flop, folks. Peace out. I kind of like this angle too. It's like it's nice. It's nice. I don't know if the light kind of blurred it out a little bit, but we'll mess around with this a little bit more. Peace out, everybody.